Okay, hi. So this is a video for those of you that attend my Better Balance classes or Postural Stability, the Strength and Balance classes. I'm going to use a yoga block today, but you can use a cushion or a pillow if you need to. It's just that they're a little bit bigger, so I'm going to use this so that you can see what I'm doing a little bit more clearly. So before you start, I would like you to have had a little bit of a warm-up, maybe watch my previous video, maybe you've just gone to make yourself a cup of tea, or you've just done a little bit of cleaning. That will have given you a bit of a warm-up. So now I'd like us to sit back into our chair, but I would still like you to have your nice upright posture with the ribs drawn away from the hips. Shoulders relaxed, chest open. Imagine you have got a book balancing on the top of your head, like so. Just imagine, you don't have to have. So, we're going to either take a hold of the sides of the chair, or if you're happy to have the arms resting down to the sides of the chair and keep your nice upright posture, we're going to lift one leg and we're going to really extend away through the heel. So push the heel away, and that's going to squeeze the quad muscles here. And we're going to hold it there for several seconds, staying in that nice upright posture. Keep breathing nice and smoothly and softly. And then we're going to relax that down. I'm going to turn around to the side before we go for the next one. I want you to make sure that you take a few moments rest in between each. We're going to do 3 sets. So we're going to lift that same leg that you've done already, kick away through the heel, squeeze through the quads, keeping in that nice upright posture. Keep breathing smoothly, and then we'll release that leg down. So we'll do a third one in a moment. Make sure you rest in between. We're going to lift that foot, extend away through the heel, squeeze these quad muscles. And again, keeping the breath nice and relaxed. You can take this for a little bit longer than me, or you can rest a bit earlier than when I say, and then we can rest that down. So we're going to do 3 on the other leg. I'm going to take a hold of this block and squeeze it in between my knees to show you a different version. So you can squeeze the cushion or rolled up towel or whatever you have between your knees if you want. And as we extend the other leg, we kick away through the heel, engage those quad muscles. So you might find that by squeezing something lightly in between the knees or between the thighs, that just makes you engage those quad muscles a little bit more. If that works for you, do it once again next time. And then we can release that leg. So again, rest in between each. We're going to do that 2 more times. So we'll lift the foot away from the floor, kick away through the heel, engage these muscles. That's going to make you use those muscles that are attaching to the kneecap. It's going to really strengthen the knees. And then we can release it down. And we'll do that 1 more time after your little break. And as I said before, I want you to make sure that you hold this for round about 10 seconds, but if you can go a little bit longer, or if you need to stop a little bit earlier, that's fine. Then we'll release that foot down. Okay, so remove that block or cushion from between the legs if you used it. We're going to come on up to stand, and then we're going to stand behind our chair. Don't worry that my head disappears off the top of the video. You know what to do. So we're going to stand behind the chair. We're going to take a little step back. And I'd like you, before we go any further, just to bend and straighten the knees a little bit. Check in with how you feel in the knees. So when we take this posture, I'd like you to think more about sending the bottom back rather than taking the knees forwards. So I want you to imagine I've put a chair behind you, but you're not quite sure where that chair is. So we're going to bend the knees and send the bottom back, as though we're trying to find the back of a chair before we sit down into it. We're not going to sit all the way down into that chair. And then we can come back up to stand. What we can also do is grab that cushion or block and squeeze that in between the thighs as we continue with that movement. So we're doing these little mini squats, sending the bottom back and down, like you're trying to reach the back of a chair but you're not quite sure where it is, and then we come to stand back up again. And I only want you to do that as many times as when you start to tire, when your legs start to fatigue, maybe you can pop 1 or 2 more extra in if you're feeling like it. Then I want you to rest. If tomorrow you feel that you're really achy from this, you've done too many, if you can't feel a thing tomorrow, maybe you can push it a little bit. I'm going to show you a different version for if you're re-watching this video a second time, or if you've got a few more that you could get out for me today. A different version is to actually do this in front of your chair. So if you are squeezing a cushion or a block in between the knees, just be aware that's going to get in the way of the chair. So you might want to do it without, you can do it with or without. We're going to keep the back of the legs just touching the chair so we know where the chair is. Then we're going to send the bottom back like you're trying to really reach the back of the chair. And then we can come to stand up. Maybe as you send the bottom back, you can hover there for a few moments, maybe a breath or two. And then come back up. And then when you have done enough, you can sit all the way down really nice and slowly into your chair as smoothly as possible. And then when you do get back into that chair, rest it there. And our last thing today is your cushion won't work for this, so I'd like you to find something rectangular. It could be a thick book or a box. It doesn't have to be heavy. We're going to pop that in between our feet. So what I'd like you to do is make sure that you're sat forwards in your chair, you're halfway forwards in your chair, and I'd like you to gently squeeze that block in between the feet. Notice my knees are right over the ankles, and I want you to keep those knees there. Don't let the knees knock in, don't let the knees be wide. I want those knees right over the ankles. Squeeze that block and then sit nice and upright. So as we sit nice and upright with that block squeezed in between the feet, with those knees right over the feet, can you feel these muscles here really working? You might feel these muscles here in your tummy really working. You might find that your lower back muscles are working hard. Not pain, that's not what I'm after. I want you to feel that the muscles are engaged. There's a big difference between using muscles and feeling pain. And then have a little relax there. Again, I'm going to turn to the side so that you can see from a different angle. And we can do this once or twice more, it's entirely up to you. So we pop that block or box, whatever we have in between the feet. You can also rest the hands onto the thighs, so that as we squeeze that item between the feet, keep the knees over the ankles. You can also press into the thighs with the hands, and that's making you engage your tummy muscles even more. So we can sit nice and upright with good posture. You can even press the feet a little bit further down into the floor as we squeeze that block. So we're creating strength and stability within the body here. And then have a little rest. If we have a little slump, that's absolutely fine. We don't always have to have perfect posture. And we'll do that one more time. So we can squeeze the feet into that block. You can press the hands into the thighs, find that lovely upright posture. The tummy muscles have engaged, the quad muscles here have engaged. We're strengthening the knees, we're strengthening the low back, we're strengthening the tummy muscles, and we're improving our posture. And then you can relax. And take a few moments there to relax. You might want to give your legs a little rub just to loosen out the muscles, the tension you've built up in the muscles. And then have a little movement through the body, whatever movement feels right for you. Maybe you want to wiggle through the ankles. Okay. And then that is us done. I would like you to make sure that you have a little walk around shortly. Don't just sit down for quite some time. Have a little rest, and then I'd like you to get a little bit of movement, a little march on the spot maybe, before you come on up to stand and get on with your day. So thank you very much. I will see you very soon.